Sean, you've had a long and varied career in tech as a leader at Amazon Prime and at TikTok, and now you've made the jump into Kajabi, which is a new platform that's helping content creators, empowering content creators to get control of their business and build a content business with tools that enable to analyze the activity they have and monetize their content. What gave you the inspiration to join Kajabi?
With Kajabi, you get all the tools you need as a creator to basically monetize and sell digital content, such as video courses, podcasts, newsletters, live stream experiences, as well as an exclusive community, right? So we're really helping creators monetize on this platform. We have roughly 60,000 customers that have made over $5 billion to date. Amazing. We have creators that have made over $100 million on this platform. So really serious businesses. And I got really excited because we're actually helping creators build livable income on the platform. You know, these creators are able to take home 100% of their earnings. So we love the fact that, like, hey, the people that create the value get to reap the rewards on our platform. So whether you make $1, $10, $1 million, or $100 million, you keep 100% of the earnings. And I really, really enjoyed that.
What is it from your experience at those traditional platforms that you've brought to Kajabi that's really accelerating the growth?
I would say the number one thing is the 100% focus on your customers and solving the biggest problems you can. So we meet with customers daily, weekly, monthly. I actually personally meet with creators on a weekly basis to understand what are the biggest challenges that we can solve for. So, you know, creating content is a big challenge, getting the business up and running as soon as possible, reaching GMV, which is monetizing, right? And reaching a bigger audience. So all these things, like what we do is then we take all of our resources to figure out what is the best way to solve these problems and start testing these things out. And then depending on which one works the best, we'll roll that out to our creators. So this is our approach. We always think about how to solve the biggest problems for them. As long as you're focused 100% on this, you'll always have success in your business.
It's an incredible value proposition for creators, but there's still an incredible lack of awareness in the creator community about just how little control they really have of the community they're building. What do you need to do to raise that awareness?
Yeah, things like this, right? We want to really help creators understand that, like, you know, social platforms are a great place to build an audience, but not a great place to build a business. It's like building a business on quicksand, right? So anything can happen on social platforms. You know, they can change the algo, or they can decide what to prioritize. They can change the user experience. They can shut you down, kick you out. A lot of things can happen, and a lot of creators don't happen. Exactly. A lot of creators don't realize that, and you know, so they right now rely a lot on social platforms to monetize. So right now, 1% of creators are making all the money. The 99% of creators, the middle class, are barely making ends meet. They're not even making minimum wage on.
Are they putting in the same time as the 1%?
Yeah, they are. And so this is the problem, is because a lot of these creators don't realize that if you try to monetize from social platforms, you're not able to really build a serious business. And that's where Kajabi comes in, is that, hey, if you are to provide value to your audience and the audience pays you directly for that value, you have a serious business. And this is where Kajabi comes in. We actually provide you all the tools to be able to do just that.
You've said in the past that the traditional social platforms aren't even focused on monetization of creators because their business model is really all about publish rates, time on the platform, and retention of those creators and users. Can you explain that?
The social platforms, their North Star metrics are retention, publish rate, DAU, active days in the app, how many times you open the app, and so on, right? So that's what they are 100% focused on. Creator monetization isn't a big focus for them. So, you know, if you were to talk about creator funds, people might say, hey, well, but they launch creator funds, they launch these features and so on. But I would, you know, say that depending on who you ask about the funds, like, you know, you'd have varying answers. So if you were to ask the platform, hey, were the funds successful? They would say, yeah, you know, they got a lot of people to jumpstart our supply of content, and a lot of creators to create content for us, right? But if you were to ask a creator, they would say, no, I was not able to really monetize. You know, I can't quit my job. I'm still getting burnt out. So, you know, this is why it's really important for creators. If you're really serious about building a business, you have to think like an entrepreneur. You have to think like a CEO and actually build your own business, bring your audience to your place of business, provide them like really valuable services or content, and then have the audience pay for it. And that's what Kajabi is offering.
Are creators already in that mindset and they just can't find those tools on the traditional social platforms? Or do you think there's also an education opportunity and or challenge for Kajabi?
I think there's an education component for sure. I think a lot of creators still are relying too much on social platforms for monetization purposes, right? What we're realizing is that, hey, like as a creator, if you want to be serious about making this a full-time gig, you have to build your business off platform. And this is something that we have to educate a lot of creators to do. And they have to think like CEOs, they think like entrepreneurs, and realize that you have to actually take that business, bring it to your own place of, take those audience, bring it to your own place of business.